Hey guys, Rob here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we've got a really nice e-bike from BLIX, and they were kind enough to send me the VIKA-X. So this is a folding e-bike. So what we're gonna do here in the video is we're gonna unbox it, show you guys how it comes. We're gonna set it up, we're gonna ride it around, go over its key features, and just test it out. So let's go. So let's go ahead and break this thing open, see how it comes. Go ahead and pull this e-bike out. I can already say, guys, I like the color. Now, I asked for this particular color because I thought it looked cool, but seeing it in person, it actually looks even better. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of here. Oh. Wow. So right away, what I can tell is that this thing is extremely light. Now, it's advertised at 55 pounds, and it definitely feels like that. So this is actually the lightest e-bike I've tested that I've gotten. So that's really nice because it makes handling it really, really easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all this stuff off of here and open it out. This box was included in there as well, so let's cut this open and see what's inside. Probably just a charger and stuff like that, manual and instructions. All right, so what we have here in this other box is gonna be the pedals. We got a little reflector for the back. A really nice tool set here. There's some sort of magnet on this thing. I don't really know what all this is for just yet. So really nice colored Allen wrench set. Let me come in closer so you guys can see that. Charger for it, right there, and some instructions. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's cut this open. I'll tell you one thing, it's taped up really well. Okay, so we have a front basket, it looks like here. So we got a metal front basket that's gonna go on here. And this thing actually has a cup holder built into it. So that's pretty cool. Set that off to the side there. And now let's see what's inside of this one. All right, so this one here, this is the rear basket. So we got the whole kit. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So here we have the rear basket there, and I see it also comes with like a bottom board that mounts in there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put all this stuff on the bike and then we're gonna check it out. All right, guys, so we got everything mounted up, and this is how the bike looks, fully assembled. And I must say, this bike looks real good, guys. Much better than I was expecting. So I was super excited to test ride this thing, and unfortunately we have to wait because the battery came completely dead. So I gotta throw it on the charger and let it fully charge up, and then we're gonna take this thing for a ride. We're going to max this bike out. We're gonna see what it's capable of. So far, really, really like this design here. I mean, I am genuinely impressed with this bike. Super easy to set up. It came almost 100% assembled. All I had to do was stick the seat in, mount these baskets on it, which I believe the baskets are optional. They don't come with the bike, so it's an additional purchase. So I did have to mount this on, but that was all easy. Couple of bolts and it's done. So I'm gonna throw this thing on the charger. We're gonna let it refuel and then we're gonna take it for a ride. So I'll see you guys on that part. All right guys, so as you see, we are on the next day and the bike is fully charged up. I have been riding it around since the unboxing part of the video. And today, I'm gonna bring you guys along for that trip. Last night, I did take the bike out on a fairly long trip. I did a nighttime ride and we covered 25 miles. And it was just really nice. I got to use the headlights, the turn signals on the bike, brake lights, you know, all that good stuff. And it was just a really good experience. Weather was good and the bike rode great. So bring you guys along today and we're just gonna ride a little bit and I'm just gonna share with you guys my thoughts on all the features that this bike has. I can't remember all the specs on the bike, but I will leave a screenshot as well as a link to the bike if you guys want to check it out. And there you guys can find all this special information, all the technical stuff. So guys, I'm gonna point out the obvious, okay? The first thing that I realized when I got on this bike and rode it was how smooth it was. Now, I've ridden and tested, I believe, 5 other e-bikes, all different brands, all different styles. And this one so far is hands down the best one that I've rode. The ride is extremely comfortable and even the stock seat feels great. Pedaling is really smooth. I can't stress that enough. So this bike comes with a torque sensor and that right there is going to help the motor engage. So the harder you pedal, the more the motor puts out energy. So riding this bike, this is actually an 8-speed automatic transmission. This thing has built-in smart technology and automatic shifting if you want, or you can set it to manual shifting. It's really nice, but I ride in speed 8 and typical cruising that I've noticed from myself so far has been between, I'm gonna say 13 and 16 miles an hour. And it just feels effortless. So we're just gonna stop right here and just discuss a couple more things with the bike. What really makes this bike shine too is how lightweight it is. This bike is only 54 pounds. So compared to most other e-bikes, you know, you're looking at closer to 100 pounds. And this does fold, which is nice. And you guys can see here the frame, really thin frame. And this is probably maybe 1.25 inches in thickness right here. And it feels sturdy, feels great. So as far as the mileage goes on this bike, it's claimed at 70 miles. However, when you put the battery in and you turn it on, this bike does have different modes. It's got like an eco mode, it's got a auto mode, a touring mode, it's got turbo mode, which increases the torque output. But also too, what's cool is that it also will show you how much range you have by pedaling. It'll also show you how much range you have by using the throttle only. And it'll show you how much range you have depending on which one of those categories you decide that you want to ride on. Really nice way to calculate how much miles you can get. So yesterday I put 35 miles on the bike in total. So I rode it in the morning and then I rode it again at night. And I brought the battery down to 30%. So I believe that the bike still had probably, without using the throttle, I did use the throttle for 5 or 6 miles just to get back home. So that did eat up more battery, but I believe that this bike can get between, with normal average riding like I'm doing now, I think you could probably see 50 miles out of this bike on one charge. And another cool thing about the charge is that the battery from completely dead, it only takes about, I think about 3.5 to 4 hours from my experience recharging. So that's actually pretty quick. So guys, I want to go back to, you know, my thoughts on how the bike feels riding it. And typically with all the other e-bikes, I always just want to just hop on it, pull the throttle, and just go. I don't care how much battery I eat up. I'm not necessarily worried about how far I can go. Those bikes are just a ton of fun to ride. They're fun to go fast. But with this bike here, what I've noticed is that I actually enjoy casual riding. And I think that just has to do with the fact that it feels like I'm barely pedaling. Now, it's not a cadence sensor, it's a torque sensor. So I do feel like some of the time that I am putting in a lot of work pedaling, keeping the speed maintained, but it also feels enjoyable to ride. I don't feel like I'm doing a hard workout, you know, to where I don't want to ride the bike. The bike feels great. So right now I'm going up this hill here and I'm pedaling, and the motor's doing a lot more work now, but I can still feel some of the tension in my legs, you know, from actually pedaling this bike. Let's see if we can max this bike out. All right, so we did hit 30.3 miles an hour, and that's with me pedaling too. So bike did hit that class 3 speed. It comes class 2, but you can unlock it to class 3 simply by going into the app. Now here on the display, we do have some options. If we press this button right here, it'll show us how long we've been moving for since the bike last turned on. And it'll tell you the power, how many, the average speed, top speed. And then it'll also show you how much energy you're putting in versus the bike. So since we got on the bike a few minutes ago, I'm at 31% and the bike is doing 69%. That gives you a readout. That way you can, you know, manage what you're doing and help conserve the life of the battery. All this stuff can also be accessed through the app itself, so it's all very easy to use. Now, I've decided that, you know, this bike here, it's not meant really for trails or anything. The tires are smooth, they're more for flat ground like we're doing here, city riding. Tires are excellent for that. So I'm not gonna be taking it off trail too much. I have already ridden it off trail. The bike does fine, but at the end of the day, it's not really meant for that. It can be done, but it's not meant for that. So we're not gonna do that in this video. I'm just gonna ride it as a cruiser the way it's intended. Man, this bike is just so smooth. You know, I let my wife ride it too. And I said, you gotta try this bike out, because it feels like you're not even doing anything. And she has an e-bike herself, and she's ridden all my other e-bikes. And she got on this one and she rode it, and she said the same exact thing. Like, it doesn't even feel like you're moving the bike. You're not pedaling or anything. It just feels really easy to do. And the acceleration is great too. As soon as you start pedaling harder, the bike is just, it just wants to beeline it. It's nice, it's really nice. Wasn't expecting that out of this bike. Completely blown away, even by the looks of it. The style is great. Nice pass-through style, so you can easily step through to get on or off the bike. Lightweight and portable, perfect for stealth camping, which you guys already know. We're gonna be using this bike for a lot of that stuff. I wanna start doing some bike packing trips too. And this is the bike I'm gonna be using for that. Just because of the range and how easy it is to pedal. So I have even ridden this bike off, you know, by just pedaling. And it does take a little bit of work, but it's very manageable. It's not like the other bikes. The other bikes, once those batteries are done, that's it. You're gonna be calling somebody to come pick you up because you're not gonna wanna pedal that thing. You're gonna get like a mile or two and you're gonna say, nope. So this bike does actually even have a walk mode. And if you're not familiar with what that is, it's an adjustable, you can go into the app and adjust the speeds. It maxes out at 3 miles an hour, but if you hold down on the negative button here, which would be the automatic transmission that this bike has, if you hold down on it, the bike will actually move at whatever speed you program it to. So right now I have it set to 3 miles an hour, and I'm just gonna hold down on this button right here and the bike is gonna start going. There we go. Kind of fast at first, but if you hold it down and you walk, now the motor's doing the work and you're not pushing it. So Like I said, there are different speeds that you can set this thing to. 1 mile an hour, 2 mile an hour, and 3. And that's great because if you put the baskets on or if you attach anything to this bike and you have to go up a hill or something and you have all your gear on there, you can just hit that walk mode and walk your bike up whatever area you're trying to get up into. All right, guys, so we're gonna end the video here. And I just wanna say, I've been super enjoying this bike. It's been a complete pleasure to ride, and I'm going to absolutely continue riding this bike. I've got some really nice trips already planned in my mind on kind of what I wanna do. Yeah, if you guys are interested in this bike, go ahead and check the description box in the video here, because I'm gonna leave a link to it there. You guys can read up about it if you want. If not, and you guys wanna see more stuff on this bike, I will be using this thing more often. So as I use it, I'll probably be talking about it just because it's such a good bike. Yeah, so I'm gonna go find a nice little spot to go sit down and cook up a nice trail lunch, I guess you can say. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, hope to see you on the trail. Peace.